Hey, I got a message that somebody's thinking about bar chords. Bar chords, good for playing in bars too. Well, bar, I believe, means to lay your finger flat. It's got to be pretty darn flat. I always think of an alligator chomping down. This is the top of the head right here. It's pretty straight. Chomp, chomp. If your alligator's face is bent, it's not going to do very good. So you got to keep that crazy flat and straight. Index finger as straight as possible. Let's do a simple bar chord. It's called D major 7. You're going to lay it flat on the 2nd fret on the 3 skinny strings and hit 4 strings with your pick. That's major 7, D major 7. If you go 1 string at a time, you'll hear it. Try to let those notes ring out, and then you can rest your hand, and then the trick is always come back and repeat. So you can pick those notes individually in a tight pattern, or kind of loose. You can mix some strumming with some picking and then take a break if you're not used to that. But if you can do that, you can probably do a lot more. So the D major 7. Here's a sneaky trick. If you take it 1 fret up towards the body of the guitar to the 3rd fret and hit 3 or 4 strings, you've got a G minor there. Take it back to the D major 7 at the 2nd fret. I put a little melodic, like a 5, 6, 5, 3. Just a little melody if you want to mess around. That's a good way to think about a bar chord. Let's take it up to like 5th fret and do 3 strings. That'd be like an A minor. Or an F major 7, they're the same thing. So you can just practice moving that bar chord around. It's just a shape. It's not like you have to really be too uptight about the name of the chord, or don't worry about it too much. Just we're doing the physical thing here. Go up to 7th fret. So it's just practice, getting you confident to lay that finger flat and press down. I'm not saying that's a song, okay? You can take it up to the 14th fret. Stuck inside these 4 walls, and inside forever, never see no one nice again, like you, mama. You could come up with a lot of songs. So I was doing D major 7 to E minor. Or E minor 7. Just to give you something to do with that bar chord. All right, let's move it in a little bit to the 4. Well, it's like I'm gonna do a sort of an A here. That's really common. That's at the 2nd fret, index finger. I'm on the 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, just laying flat with that index. And I'm trying not to hit the 1st string or the 6th string. These 4 middle strings, you can hit 1, 2, 3, or 4 strings, or even 5. There's a little bit of a weird catch to that. If you lay it really flat and you're laying flat on 4 strings, you got A6 chord. I'm letting this finger help the index. Now if I arch my finger, which is terrible, I'm going to bend it backwards, but it kind of works. So you're just catching that much, and then this part of your finger is clearing your high E. So don't touch it with this 3rd bone. You're going to let the high E ring open. That's an A major. So in tablature language, we would call that 0, 2, 2, 2, and 0. That's an A major. But if you lay your finger flat, you got an A6. They're both cool. A6 is kind of specialized, you know. It does have a little bit of a kind of a different flavor. If you want straight up A, we want to maybe just avoid that 1st string. Hit 4 strings in the middle. Or any combination of 2 strings, or 3, or 4. And maybe the high E open. That's kind of a trick, you know, to bend, like I say, you got to bend that sucker back. And, you know, it feels tight, but it doesn't hurt horribly. So that's just getting into bar chords a little bit. Eventually, we'll have to add more fingers, sort of like, say like an A minor. That's a healthy sounding chord, a 5, 5, 5, 7. With an open A string. That's got kind of a bigger sound. So you can take your index off and just get that index or the ring finger on the 7th fret, 4th string. 2 strings. That's pretty cool. Kind of a stoner rock. Hypnotic. Then you add that index. That's like a So there's, once again, now we're starting to get more fingers in there. It's an A minor. If you want to do one more, we could add our middle finger, 3rd string, 6th fret, it's a C sharp. That gives us an A major chord. And you can back off of that 3rd string and just cover 2 skinny ones. So tablature would be 5, 5, 6, 7. You can add an open A string. That's a movable shape. Take it down to G, hitting just 4 strings. Take it down to 1st fret, you got an F. Back back to G and to A. Yeah. And if your hand is throbbing and hurting, take a break. But if you hit it every day, just a little bit, you know, in a couple weeks, you'll have these down really, really, really well. Eventually, we could creep over and start grabbing all 6, which might even be easier for you. You know, like messing around with a little F chord, it's kind of irritating. Just grab the whole big old thing and boom. We don't have to do that right now. We're just doing kind of easier ones. But let me know what you think. If you want more bar chords, we can do more bar chords. Yeah. Cool. The incredibly strange but true story of the origin of the world's first guitar creature. Wow. Fuzz.